G'day there and welcome to this week's Garage Hydroponics update. It's been 3 weeks since my last update and all is not well in the garage NFT. But let's start with what is going well, and it's these chilies. So all of the plants are developing fruit. There's quite a few little chilies on a lot of the bushes and all of them are covered in flowers. Thanks to the input of a few of my viewers, I have tackled this problem of the curling chili leaves by raising the light. A few people suggested that it was happening because the light was too intense, because it was too close to the tops of the plants. So last week I raised the light and it's certainly not getting worse. I didn't really expect to see any improvement in the already curled leaves, but early signs are that new growth isn't curling like it was. Now, given the stage that the chilies are at, I changed my res last week and I started using this different nutrient, which is more focused on fruiting and flowering, and I'm wondering if that is the cause of the things that aren't going so well down here. And let's have a look at what that is. These basil plants that I put in 3 weeks ago, the new growth since I changed that nutrient has been completely yellow. Look at that sickly yellow colour in those top leaves. Although this one doesn't seem to have that. And then of course my coriander. I've always had coriander issues, this kind of leaf dying phenomena. I had this with my first lot of coriander. I've had this from the start with this lot, but it's definitely there. Now there's been a few suggestions as to what might be causing that. Someone said nutrient burn. That could be the case. I'm running a 2.4 EC nutrient. A lot of people said airflow. I don't think that's the case now because I've got this guy running. There's plenty of airflow. So I don't know what the deal with that is. Now, of course, my dilemma is that I'm running the same reservoir for both the chilies and the greens down the bottom, and I need to strike a balance that can look after both. So if anyone has any suggestions about how I might be able to approach that, let me know in the comments. That would be much appreciated. Now, 3 weeks ago down here in the propagation system, I planted a bunch of new seeds. Now, the only humidity dome that I had that would fit was over this half, and that's all the pak choi and bok choy, and they're doing okay. This other half, where there was no humidity dome, they have failed miserably. That's just me being a bit slack and not actually putting any time into looking after these. I've ordered some seedling trays with covers. I think from now on I'm going to start the seeds in those classic seedling trays, perhaps in cotton wool, and then I'll move them into the propagator once they're a little bit bigger. If we have a look at the roots under here, they're all progressing reasonably well, except of course for the side that's failed miserably. But again, I'm time poor. I don't have any time this weekend to stuff around with nutrients or to plant more seeds. So we'll come back to it next weekend. And that's this weekend's quick update. If you'd like to know more about the system, have a look at my older videos. And if you'd like to see whether I can resolve these issues, then subscribe and keep an eye on my future updates. Thanks for watching. Hydroponics.